There's Shamanazzo here with Restaurant Customer Factory, the place for repeat customers. What we're going to be doing today is going over the different investment levels of marketing options so you can see what your choices are and go through them. Now, one that not a lot of restaurants have active right now that could be beneficial is called the autoresponder. Okay, I'm just going to put auto there. And this is a email campaign, text messaging campaign. Some people do push notifications, which come up to this about the same thing. Well, basically, what happens with this autoresponder, it is a way to email them regularly for $0 to $20 a month. Okay. So you've got one option that could be free communication with purchase links on the back end. Push notifications could take a developer a, a day to build the capability inside your apps. So let's say it's $200 for a freelancer to create it. And then you input the content and settings for when they're notified. Now, what this reaches are their phones, tablets, and desktops, and emails, both of these. So the push notification will show up in the upper right screen. They can X out of it, but at regular intervals it shows up, and then you've got your message, your price, your link, and you can click on it, book a room, book a table, buy your gift card, do what you want them to do within this push notification. Then there's the billboards. Alright. Now these range based on traffic, street signs, city, population. I'll make a rough guess of 800 to 2,500. For a billboard that might last a week, a couple weeks. If you're going to do something like this, we encourage you to have them added to your autoresponder or your push notification so you can then re-engage them. So it's not, oh, it's prestigious, yay, our name's in the sky and everybody in town can see it, but when it's shut down, they're not going to hear about you again like they would if they were inside an autoresponder sequence or a push notification sequence. Then we have good old radio ads. Their values based on the population, their projected audience, and whether you get them to a link or to an action where they join your database. So if you saw our previous video about the illustration of the process where we had our estuary right here, your private database is what we're trying to use all of these to feed into, so that you can then re-engage them at no cost or low cost. Radio ads, I heard someone in the chamber mention it was $1,200 for a week. Depends on the station or whatever you're doing. Then you have pay-per-click ads. Okay. Where you bid and there's real-time bidding or ad exchanges. So this is usually on a per click or per customer basis. So your big options are Google, Facebook, Bing, Yahoo, Yellow Pages, and then there are ad exchanges you can turn to. Depending on where you're going to go, it'll affect the price. But you can set it and review it. So we're going to estimate $3 to $5 per customer, depending on the network you're operating within. Then there are all your print ads, so your publication ads. Now this is what we seem to see a lot of, are coupon books, your newsletters, coffee news. Okay, now, could hurt some feelings in this, but there's $800 for coffee news. It's about this big. And of course it's free, but it's free for them to grab it, but $800 to see your ad in print without the opportunity to re-engage them seems high when you take into account all the other operating investments restaurants have. So publications can range between $50 and $850. Based on whether it's a gated community or whatever it may be, these can fluctuate a lot. Publications, okay. Then you have direct mail. So direct mail. Let's say it's $300 to acquire the list of addresses and $300 to print the direct mail to mail out, and then whatever stamps is. So there's this range of marketing options being pressed on restaurants without consideration of everything else you got to address. And yes, we want to collect new customers, but if we simply installed an autoresponder, it could be at your kiosk, and there's some people with a kiosk that they input their email or their phone number, and then in people's phones and tablets and desktops, they get reminders about the restaurant with a call to action or a way to book, buy, have some sort of exchange with the restaurant. Then this can be no out-of-pocket or low out-of-pocket investments to put a transaction in front of them. There are all these larger investments which can make sense when you're a larger operation. This is what's in front of us, and we can choose where we want to participate. What we implore people to do is to use Google Analytics, okay? Because with whatever call to action you're putting between these guys, you've got your link that you want them to click. Let's see. Book reservation here. Okay. .com. So they click on your link, you've got a tracking code or a snippet inside the link, you get an automated report of how many people are coming to the link. So you can then say, my $200 got me X number of customers. Our average check size is $15, let's say. So you could either have X number of customers for your autoresponder price, X number of customers for your push notification price, and on and on and on. With Google Analytics, you can install the Google Tag Manager in Chrome. And then when you're on your browser, you can see how each tag's performing, and you can see how each channel's performing. Then you can get a sense of what you're getting for your investments, instead of just feeling like you have to do one of these and it being damaging because you weren't aware of your other options. So if nothing else, we'd like to see an autoresponder in place. You can schedule a meeting to talk about this, and we've got other training videos, an iTunes podcast with Restaurant Customer Factory. Feel free to leave comments below, subscribe. You can do the little alarm button to the side to get notified about fresh content, and hope you have a wonderful night. Cheers.